Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. Now, where we last left off, Hyoko and Nagiki, upon discovering that they were trapped in Holiday Star, courtesy of the king, have tried to find a way out, and they were about to, thanks to help of Yuya, but the king was none too happy about that, and so, long story short, Hyoko, Nagiki, and company are now finding themselves in a situation where they need to get the hell out of the big egg, floating egg in the sky, that is Holiday Star, lest they never wake up again and just die in their sleep. Which would be quite unfortunate indeed. So right now, Hyoko and Nagiki are trying to find everyone else who is caught up inside the Holiday Star dream, or whatever exactly it is, and, well, we're going to try to see if we can get the hell out before it's too late. So, let's begin. The Line Picture Book. Once, there was an Okusan. There was something the Okusan wanted to find, no matter what. So he ran to the ends of the earth. The Okusan was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth, there was a giant hole in the ground. Yokosan fell into the hole. No one remembers Yokosan now. That's dark. Poor Okusan. Poor Okusan. Coo! Okusan is the pudding god! Okusan is the god of Mount Pudding! Okusan! Hostage confirmed. Moving to secure. Okusan, let's get out of here. Okay? Coo! Okusan used wing attack. It's super effective. Ow! Ow! Okusan, that hurts! Calm down and listen to me. Coo! Okusan is not Okusan! Okusan is the god of Mount Pudding! You're not being a particularly benevolent god either way. Yeah, Okusan! A god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Again, depends on the god and the sort of belief that you subscribe to. And clearly, Okusan is not exactly the benevolent type of god. Coo? Really? Yes. Coo! In that case, Okusan will listen for 3 centimeters. I love you, Okusan. I don't know why, just sometimes some of the simple stuff you say just brings a smile to my face. Okusan, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Can he just eat it? Coo! Silence! So 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds. Apparently. Looks like it. Okusan, calm down. This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Coo! Pudding is pudding. What does Hyoko know about pudding? I don't know anything about pudding. Think about it, Okusan. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. It's something beyond and above. Something completely outside of my comprehension. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like the meaning of the universe, or final secret of the earth, or some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you try to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what the pudding you're looking for is. But I do understand it's not something you can find just like that. Coo! Of course not. The pudding is an amazing treasure. Doesn't this strike you as odd, then? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything? Coup? What have you been trained for all these years? Haven't you been training so you can find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easily. It's a trap, Okasan. A fake. You have to remember, Okasan. Remember the pudding you seek. Coup! 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 And before we know it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Was everything we saw in here just an illusion created by the king? Probably yes. He was hoping to hold us back. Coup! Okasan has remembered! Coup! True pudding is the universe itself, but it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite. I don't think I follow. You totally read my mind, Nagaki. Don't worry, I don't either. Coup! Coup! Okasan must return to Earth and seek the true pudding. The wall cracked? We must be breaking the shell, like the migrant said. Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking, I want to go home, the egg cracks a little? It doesn't look like it'll crack anymore, though. And we probably couldn't break it by hand. We need to keep going forward. Coup! Okasan is going home! Okasan, wait! Okasan gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Well, he can probably take care of himself just fine. Probably. My eyes are getting used to the darkness again, and I can make out another door opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? I'm gonna make a prediction. It'll be Sakuya, the unenclosed picture book. Once, there was a chrysalis. The chrysalis was all alone. It didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed a chrysalis forever. One day, a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends. I can show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me." The lonely chrysalis was happy, because it wasn't alone anymore. But its friend the butterfly disappeared soon after. It died, didn't it? The lonely chrysalis was alone again. It didn't know where to go anymore. It didn't know what it wanted to do anymore. The lonely chrysalis shrank and hardened. Nothing will ever come out of it now. Poor chrysalis. Why is my mouse not working? Poor chrysalis. Merry Christmas! Okay, now it's working. I don't know why, but for some reason it just wasn't registering any clicks. It's the Christmas junkies! And here I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrenching scene. You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some sort of deep internal conflict as well. Like being unable to move past Christmas. Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory. Miru, Kaku, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore. Merry Christmas? What? This place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Merry Christmas! Shock! 10 times to the 6th. I suppose that's an expression of surprise. They do appear to be moved. Merry Christmas! That would be bad. Really bad. Actually, I'm pretty sure many shop owners would be grateful for the chance to not see you guys running around during the holidays. Because I'm sure that it's a frequent thing for you to destroy stuff. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom! The two of them run off into the darkness. That was surprisingly easy. A lot easier than Okusan. But there aren't any cracks in the shell. There must still be someone here. I guess so. Probably Shu. We just went through this plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know who we'll find through that door. Way ahead of you. An enormous enemy is approaching. Keep your dignity, Nagiki. I'm already dead, so I think I'll be safe no matter what, but... do be careful, Miss Tosaka. And how dare you, Hiyoko? Shu is not fat. He just has a big head. Coming through! Huh? There's no reply. It's just a kitchen. Miss Tosaka, watch out! What? What? What happened? Nagiki slams into me from behind. I go rolling across the floor. Nagiki! And I thought you were such a gentleman! I'm as surprised as you are. Complain to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling. Some sort of cleaver? A spear? An anvil? A gigantic bear trap is lying on the floor where I stood a moment ago. How lame. An anvil would have been a lot funnier. Did that fall from the ceiling? Oh. Do forgive me. It appears to have fallen a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear. I will use more exact measurements next time. What do you mean, do not fear? You people-sidle patronage proprietor? Some of the names you come up with. And you're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Hanging it from the ceiling? Really? I swear, kids these days can't do anything right. You got it backwards, Hiyoko. I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head and then lift him back up to the ceiling. It would help with desanguinization, you see. I have no idea what that word means. I should look it up in a dictionary after I'm done playing this episode. I see you weren't planning to close after all. My neck hurts just thinking about it. Fluffy heretic chef! I mean, Dr. Iwamine! Your dark fantasy affectations end now. You've noticed too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here for too long, we'll enter a persistent vegetative state. So you knew, Daki? What? You mean he already knows? I've read a report on a similar phenomenon where a number of people shared a dream. A few years ago now. I suspect we are under the effects of something not unlike mass hypnosis caused by the eclipse. If that is not the case, you should not be here. Well, at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor. No, thank you. Projected at the speed of light. Are you more comfortable here, then? Who knows? I haven't even been here for half a day. I haven't quite decided yet. Being a quick thinker, I figured that you would be able to require less time to make up your mind about such a thing, Doc. Then again, you do like to take your time on certain things, don't you? But didn't you say yourself that you're one of those sad people who only love research, Doctor? Your brains will rot and drip out of your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with its happy-go-lucky king. It is as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. The term vegetative is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so? You did say that our brains were disconnected from our bodies, so I guess so. To cast away all functions but conscious thought. What a pure state of being. It fascinates me. But, do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Since when were you the dreamy type? Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming than while waking. That is a bullshit line, and you know it. I'm no neurologist or anything, but I do know that our brain functions quite differently when we're asleep and when we're awake. Take REM sleep, for example. Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate because, well, frankly, I'm no expert on that either. So I'm afraid you're just going to have to contend with me cutting it off. This little tirade of mine off. Sorry. But there isn't anything here to use for your favorite diabolical experiments. No. We cannot be so sure about that. Well, he did make interesting use of a bear trap just a minute ago. The king of this star seems to have absorbed the knowledge and experiences of all who have washed ashore here, and blended them into a being capable of conscious action, after all. You've lost me. So, if I understand you right, is the king an avatar of some sort? To put it another way, the birds on this star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. This star is practically overflowing with material for study. Have no worries there. Yeah, so I completely misinterpreted it then. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day, after all. Since I have the chance to experience it, I want to stay and take advantage of it. Are you really sure about that, sir? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you'll never be able to announce it to the world. I seek knowledge, and knowledge alone. I am not doing this for someone else's sake, or for some earthly goal. Given the chance to engage in unadulterated thought without outside disturbance, I am happy to accept it. Well, you heard it, folks. Dr. Shu Iwamine is happy to be a vegetable. Go on ahead. We have nothing more to talk about. The shell cracked! Well, it did crack, but it looks a little subpar. Those cracks must be from Miru and Kaku. Probably. We don't have much time, so... Oh, sorry, I thought it was him. We don't have much time, so we'll go rescue the others. Please reconsider while we're gone, Doctor. Well, we shall see. This is no time for ho-ho-ho, Fluffetic. Yes, it is time. It's the holidays. In Holiday Star. Ho-ho-ho. I do hope he decides to help us. The infirmary would be awfully lonely without the murderous Fluffetic around. It'd probably also be a hell of a lot safer. Miss Tosaka. Yes? We've got company. Is that you, Owamine? Oh, no. Greetings, travelers. Geez, we've already decided to go home. No one likes a host who tries to lock you in their house and make you stay forever. That's another eloquent way of putting it. How many of these vague, see-through citizens are there anyway? What are you talking about? I can't see through this. You should all stop trying to talk. You should all try talking to the king too. Only a tyrant would try to stop visitors from leaving, right? Have you all been here with that king forever? No, we haven't. We are the same as you. So you came from outside. You must have been the same. We were very afraid, and we came here. Afraid. Nagiki and I had a nice time coming here on a comfortable train with a friendly conductor. I don't remember being afraid of anything. If you came from outside, you have homes to return to, right? Why are you staying here? Because we don't have to worry about anything. Because there's nothing scary here. Oh, so this is not scary to you? This thing right here? To the left? Okay, you have nerves. You must have nerves of steel. The king said, the king is all. And all are the king. Soon you guests from away will be the king too. All are the king. So there is nothing scary here. Everyone is together. Let's be together. The king is waiting on his royal throne. But the king glances nervously at Nagiki. The king does not want to be friends with that mourning dove. You don't have to come. But, okay, so I don't have to, he doesn't have to come, so that means it's possible for him to come if he wants to. After all, you're not expressly forbidding him to. That's not very nice of you. The king commanded, you shall stay away. Well, there goes that loophole. The king fades into the darkness, leaving their selfish command behind. Wow, Nagiki. From the look on his face, I bet the king is changing his royal underwear right about now. Honestly, it looked like he was trying to get us to change our underwear. He's a bit of a crybaby. I don't think scaring him is very hard. I do wonder about it, though. Why was he so afraid of Nagiki? Probably because, like him, he's undead. And so maybe the only person that could really affect him somehow. That, or it has something to do with his little star chart thing. and him being the holder of it. The latter's probably more likely than the former. The migrant said something about that too. Maybe you're the king's natural enemy? Let's hope so. And those vague citizens turned into the king and disappeared. If what they said is true, perhaps everyone who stays here ends up turning into the king? That's a bit much. What is this, a horror movie? Or it could be a science fiction thing. You know, a la Star Trek with the Borg. At least it sounds like he's waiting for us. We've got to find the others and then teach him a thing or two about international travel laws. I don't think international law really applies here. Not much variety in the decor here. I must say I'm getting a little sick of it. Wonder how things are going on the roof. I can probably trust Mr. One. Leone, rather, to keep my body from spontaneously combusting or anything like that. The artistic scientist fellows probably cleared the clouds away. But the king of this place blocked the moonlight. A search and rescue mission in a zone of total surrealism, eh? This is new even to me. The decorated picture book. Okay, I see how it is. Once, there was a beautiful piano. The piano was decorated with gemstones in all the colors of the rainbow. Oh, how it sparkled and glittered. Everyone told it was beautiful. What a beautiful piano. No one had ever seen such a wonderful piano before. The piano's owner was very pleased and decorated the piano even more. Everyone in all the land praised the piano's beauty. No one from anywhere wanted to hear its voice. But the gemstones were heavy, so heavy, and one day they crushed the piano flat. Poor piano. Poor piano. This definitely has to be Sakuya, because, you know, he's the piano and music lover. And I was right. What is this trash? Is there no limit to its vulgarity? The composition is poor, the story juvenile, and the art messy. I opened the door to find a fantail angrily beating a book on the floor. Don't do that. Even if it's a bad book, it doesn't deserve to get beaten. Salutations, Sakuya. I'm glad to see you're still yourself. What? Is there no getting rid of you? What now? The tea party's already over. Is it? That's too bad. I was really looking forward to drinking some of your tea, too. I wouldn't have given you anything even if you had shown up on time. Don't get full of yourself, mongrel. I'll be expecting an invitation card next time, too. Oh, I thought that was Sakuya. I'll be expecting an invitation card next time, too. Sakuya sticks his beak in the air and coos irritably. Coo. By the way, what were you reading just now? I picked up the book, which Sakuya had thrown on the floor. I haven't the slightest. Do you remember where you found it? Do not treat me like a child. The king gave it to me. He just asked where you got it. I do not mean to insult a gift of royalty. but that thing is amazing. It's like the scribbles of a deranged child. A picture book, eh? So this is a little flirtation from the king. Or rather, an invitation to stay here. I suppose it's meant to paint reality in a poor light to flatter the world of dreams. Well, that would make sense. From a pragmatic standpoint, you're trying to keep everybody inside your dream in said dream, so you gotta make it the real world as unflattering as possible. Alas, its message appears to have been lost on Sakuya. Something is wrong with someone who dresses a musical instrument up like a Christmas tree. Instruments come with their own beauty already built in. Gaudiness is hardly the deciding factor in an instrument's value. Indeed, an instrument covered in sparkly gewgaws to impress uncultured fools is the epitome of crassness. Decorating an instrument to the detriment of its tone is absurd, ludicrous. If the author of this drivel was here now, I would sit him down and lecture him for 3 days, without break. I doubt you would be able to make it past even 1 before you tired yourself out. He continues on, angrily expounding the qualities of musical timbre. I wonder if he realizes just how much he cares about music. As his brother, I can only hope to see the magnificent blooming of that enthusiasm one day. In the real world. Very true. Visual flair is hardly what an instrument is there for. The piano in here should have used his voice to let everyone know that before he got crushed. I wasn't created to be decorated. Let me sing. Something like that. Why are you smirking like that? What a distasteful cretin you are. I love how thick-headed you are, Sakuya. You'll save me a lot of trouble. What is this? Do you mock me? No, quite the opposite. That was praise. I doubt it! Your ridiculous facial expression is proof of your deceit. Forgive me, I was born with it. What am I to do? Now then, I can't spend too much time here. I doubt whoever I run into next will be as easy as you, after all. I knew you didn't just wander here by chance. Tell me what is happening. You're always good at keeping things moving. Thanks, Sakuya. What? You do not jest? It is hard to believe, but unfortunately it's true. You and I are hooked together with a whole pile of electrical wires right now. You cad! Without my permission? You weren't exactly being responsive. And it's an emergency anyway. Easier to ask forgiveness than approval, right? Yeah. He kind of has a point there. Now then, Sakuya. Will you spend eternity having tea here with that cheerful, artistically challenged king? Inconceivable. I will not stand for it. Just who do you think I am? I am Shirogane Sakuya Lebel. It is completely out of the question. I demand to see the man responsible for this idiocy at once. I shall have recompense for his gross discourtesy towards me. Sakuya runs off into the darkness, an aura of unusual proactivity about him. No one gets the better of my little brother. Now then, who's next? Also, I gotta say, that pigeon on the floor of the crown was kind of cute. It was so haughty. The black and white picture book. Once upon a time, there lived a white dove and a black dove. The white dove loved the sunflower. The black dove loved the sunflower too. What a beautiful sunflower it was. It was as warm and bright as the sun itself. The sunflower would go out and play with the doves all day long. But one day, the sunflower made friends with a star. And after that, the sunflower always went out at night. Without the sunflower, as bright as the sun, to light them, the days became dark. The white dove knew how nice the night star was, and became sad and more sad, and cried. The black dove thought the night star should turn into a shooting star and go disappear somewhere far away. Things would be better then. But in the end, both doves froze in the darkness and died. Poor doves. Poor doves. This one's just as bad as the last one. Not my style at all. What did you think of it, Kawara Ryuta? Hey there, Ryuta. The king said you have done nothing wrong. You were the one who found the treasure first. That doesn't mean anything. How I feel doesn't matter. Looks like he's more interested in talking to the king than to me. I guess I'm still just not charming enough. The king said, that mourning dove is a bad, bad bird. That mourning dove wants to steal something precious from the king. And from you. You must know already that that mourning dove is an evil, evil demon. Nagiki is a ghost, but he's not evil. I guess he can be scary if you make a mess of the library books, but... The king said, but you are very afraid of him, are you not? Because you can tell that your greatest treasure will be taken far, far away. If you join the king, you will not be afraid of anything anymore. The evil demon will be gone then. The king is waiting for you. After a lot of swarmy babbling, the king disappears. Smarmy babbling. Had that M upside down in my head. Salutations, O troubled young pigeon. Mind if I join you for a bit? Oh. Yuya. So you've ended up here too? I thought it was just us. Well, I wasn't exactly invited. You know how it is. I'm here to rescue you all. Blah, 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 blah. Please decide to bust out of here and come with me as soon as possible. I see. So we're all in the same dream after all. So it's not something I'm imagining all by myself then. By all indications, yes. The king there is the host and creator of this charade, and you're all guests. And I'm crashing the party. Everyone dreaming the same dream beneath the starry night sky. Very romantic. So, are you still caught up in this dream? I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. It's very painful. And when I wake up, it might just end up even more painful. From what little I saw of the king's solicitations, I can guess pretty easily what he means. And I am a bit of a specialist in that area. You know by now what it is that's causing you pain, right? I haven't done... Talk to me, Ryuta. I'm here for you, and I can help you. What's bothering you? What are you afraid of? Once you put it into words, you know exactly what you need to do. That's what I think, anyway. That's why I talk so much all the time. Seems reasonable, doesn't it? At this rate, you'll rot from the inside. Quite literally at that. Be brave, Ryuta. I'm afraid of Hiyoko not being with me, even in this dream. I always worry too much. And at first I thought this dream was just me being scared that someday she'll leave me behind. But I guess that's not it. The Hiyoko I saw here is the real Hiyoko. His eyes flicker about nervously. What he says is true. Even though this is a dream, Hiyoko is acting of her own accord. Hiyoko has been with me ever since we were children. We've been together so long, somewhere along the line, I started thinking it would stay like that forever. But it won't. It never would. It was all just my imagination. All of it. You make me want to hug you. Again. His eyes glisten with tears. How brightly his innocence shines to one as worldly and jaded as myself. He probably hasn't even realized that what he's feeling is love. I took it all for granted. I thought it would last forever, but it's not possible. I know Hiyoko better than anyone. I know what she loves and what she hates, what she's good at and what she isn't. I know everything about her, but I don't know anymore. Nagiki knows a Hiyoko that I don't. And not just in this dream. She spends more time in the library every day. Now you're making me feel guilty for every time I spent in the library with him over you. If someday I stop... Oh, shit. I apologize for skipping that line. For that matter, maybe I just thought I was special to her. All this time, to her, I've been nothing but... Well. What a pickle. If I've been reading the signs right, Nagiki and Hiyoko aren't quite to the point where Ryuta should be worrying. But his fears are going to get more and more likely by the day. I need to pick my words carefully. How can I coax this young man's heart back into the real world without breaking it? Persuasion to the maximum. Oh dear. Believe in Hiyoko. I'll go with that. Believe in Hiyoko, Ryuta. You're just jumping at shadows. What do you mean? They aren't really a couple. I've had 1,000 loves. I could tell at a glance. I would like to think that, but he looks just as troubled as before. Shoot. That wasn't what was worrying him. What I'm trying to say is, you're clearly her favorite, Ryuta. What do you know about Hiyoko, Yuya? Do you think you understand every woman in the world just because you always skip class to go around town hitting on girls? This is not going well at all. It's a little harsh, isn't it? Not that I can exactly explain myself now. It would take too long. A casual, here today, gone tomorrow bird like you can't even comprehend the depth of my relationship with Hiyoko. We've been together forever. I know Hiyoko better than anyone. And the same goes for her. She knows me better than anyone else in the entire world. We have always been one and two. I won't let that end now. Crap. His Royal Highness, the King. There is no way back to your old home. Your home is the Holiday Star now. Everyone's home is the Holiday Star. Welcome, my new friends. My new kings. Happily ever after. Crap. Okay, we are back here again. Let's choose the right answer this time. What is special? What exactly do you mean by special? Something irreplaceable? I don't really understand myself. But at the very least, to me Hiyoko is Hiyoko, and no one can ever take her place. So that's it? What were you ever afraid of then? No one can ever be replaced, Ryuta. You will never stop being special to Yoko in that respect. It's as simple as that. You don't think I'm trying to fool you or anything, do you? That's true, I guess, but that's not it. I'm scared that I just won't be with her as much any... Of course not. You can't stay children forever. Feel like writing me off as a heartless bastard yet? But ignoring me won't change anything. Time will pass and places will change. The first flowers in the spring, a shooting star, the rainbow right after a storm. All beautiful, and none can be captured and held forever. No matter how fair the flower, it will rot and fall to pieces if you never let it go. But memories will never hurt you. The flower withers, the flower withers, the star falls, and the rainbow fades away, but you always remember their beauty. Are you telling me to go on alone with nothing but my memories? That's a little pessimistic. What I'm saying is, don't let your fears for tomorrow cloud the memories you're making today. That's too abstract for me. I don't think I understand. How long is he going to keep floundering around? I'll have to be a little more clear. Maybe you'll be an unrequited lover, or maybe you'll live and have a family of Hiyoko, or maybe you'll go your own separate ways. But whatever happens, all the time you spent with her, all the joy you've had, will still be yours. That just makes it even worse. How could I live without the sun, now that I'm so used to its warmth and light? I'm scared, Yuya. I don't want to see everything I know collapse around me. This is pretty bad. I've been taking him for a quiet metrosexual, but maybe he's really into the whole total monopolization thing? As far as I can tell, Miss Hiyoko herself hasn't got the slightest idea all this is going on. What a sinfully negligent lady. Everything changes, Ryuda. Time is like that. Inconvenient and rude to everyone. Even if you stand still, everything else will leave you behind. No matter how hard you try to prevent change, it will still come. The world and your friends will still change. If what you really want is undisturbed peace for the rest of your days, you'll have to cut all your ties, leave everyone behind, and become a hermit in the mountains. No, I don't want that. I didn't think you did. Are you planning to ask someone else to stay with you then? That wouldn't be right. I couldn't ask for something like that. It would be too selfish. So you think it would be selfish? Aren't you wishing someone would do that for you? Just a little bit, deep inside? I don't know. Maybe I am. Or maybe you aren't. Right. Aren't you afraid, Yuya? Everything around us is changing, and so are we. We don't know what's ahead. Doesn't that scare you? There are things that scare even me, yes. Even a hero of justice has his weaknesses. What's waiting for me at the other end of this night? The best day of my life? Or the very worst? No one knows. And that's why. That's why all we who cannot see tomorrow can do is put on our bravest smiles and march boldly into the new day. Isn't that called bluffing? I suppose it is. All this time I've just been trying to look cool so no one will realize what's going on inside. But what's wrong with putting on a little show? You are a deep, deep man, Yuya. I have a question for you. There are only two choices. We're running a little low on time, you see. Kawara Ryuda, what do you want to do? You could accept the king's invitation and stay here. Nagaki would be removed. You would spend eternity celebrating the endless holiday with Hiyoko, and tomorrow would never come. Nothing would change, and nothing would hurt you ever again. Or you could refuse the king's invitation and return to the real world. your relationship with Hiyoko will change, sooner or later, for better or worse. And a new day will come. Now choose. I won't try to force you either way. You alone can decide what your salvation will be. And in any case, it won't do us any good unless he decides to break free himself. Now then. Okay, I guess that's that then. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. We can continue our little excursion through the giant floating egg in the sky in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hopefully, by the time the next episode rolls around, we'll be able to break everybody out of their stupors, unite all of ourselves, and get the hell out of this giant egg. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.